sure. Something I kind of want to touch on that you said. Mm-hmm. You said like feeling anxious, right?
Yeah.
That was a big challenge in my on my journey. It's been about maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years now because it's 2020, but we'll say a year and a half from 2020. Feeling anxious and stuff. That's not something I was necessarily aware that you went through. We discussed it maybe once when we were going to 7-Eleven somewhere, and you said you felt nervous while walking across the street in front of the cars.
Yeah.
But I didn't know stuff like anxiety was something you went through because you've always felt like always been like a sociable person, always very. And this is you can't. I'm not saying like because you're anxious you can't be powerful, but it never felt like you had that issue ever. In any interaction I've ever seen you. Everybody has their moments of nervous and stuff, but I never felt like it would be like a big challenge that you went through in your life.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like sometimes, you don't want people to see certain things.
Yeah.
So you'll hide it in a way that that makes you feel good in that moment. So for me, it's like cracking jokes or like making everybody else feel better. That makes me feel better, and that would kind of make me not think about being anxious for a bit. So people might not be able to notice. Like you said, you're my brother, and you didn't really notice like that. So, yeah, like stuff like that. But I definitely did feel anxious in a lot of situations, especially like growing up when I played sports and stuff like with my friends. You'll probably remember it.
Played sports?
Rugby club. Rugby club, soccer. Yeah, I felt kind of anxious. I'd always compare myself to my friends and other people, stuff like that. I care about what boys thought about me, even though I don't care what y'all think. No, but yeah. So I'd say around the age of like 15, I went through some things, and that's when I really started to change the way I thought about certain things, and I think that's when I started to kind of get out of that anxiety towards certain things, Yeah. And I found a lot of things that I enjoyed, like making people laugh. Makeup was a huge thing for me. Made me feel more confident and less anxious about certain things because I could express myself and let all my moods and emotions out without anybody really noticing. And it made me not notice. Like I was focused on the fact that I felt confident about the way I looked and how it enhanced what I had rather than like, oh my God, you're anxious. Oh my God, you're about to, okay, and then you put makeup on. But now you gotta go to the mall where there's a bunch of people, So, yeah, I had ways of like hiding it from myself and other people. So when you didn't feel it, I probably didn't feel it as much either. Or when I'm around family and stuff, I don't really feel anxious. So maybe that's another reason. Yeah. But yeah, I might be rambling a little bit.
It's fine. That's why we're here. But it's cool, like, because what you're saying, that kind of speaks to the fact that two people can be going through the same things. But it's expressed differently.
It is.
And I'm going to astrology a little bit here and talk about...
but this is what it is.
And talk about the rising signs here.
Okay.
So you said, like, when you were anxious, you expressed it or transmuted it in a way, like, through, like, joking and... basically by seemingly being more sociable was how it kind of came across. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And when I first got into that, like, when I tried to come across, like, more outgoing or social. I was real awkward with it. Like I was mad fucking awkward, and people noticed it. But I would try to surround myself with outgoing people, so I could be in that same kind of energy. So I think that's when it started.
Wow.
And that's when I kind of tried to get into that, but it's still a little awkward.
Nah.
But yeah,
Wow.
That's another thing. Surround yourself with people that. Or in that energy that you want to be in,
Yes.
So if you surround yourself with people that be like, oh, maybe I just want to stay in the house, then it's just, stay in the house. Stay in the house. It's cool. We in the house right now, but
we are in the house.
Like
they don't know that we could be
they
anywhere.
They don't know we in the studio.
In the studio, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We rented this out.
But yeah.
Yeah, but like I was saying, so back to the astrology.
Check my mic real quick.
Check your mic. So like I said, so you're a Gemini rising. So that kind of explains. That's like the first impressions and stuff, right? That kind of explains how your reaction to feeling anxious was to be more outward seeming. And
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting how that works. And like when I was, like I said, two people going through the same idea, anxiety, right? But it's expressed differently. You're you're Gemini rising, I'm Cancer rising. So I'd express mine in a more reserved way, a more analytical way, less out in the forefront. And you seem to put yourself out in the forefront more, which is